Sights and sounds of the president's farm in Rachitura, very engaging right there. Now, Serere community members also want government to extend support towards running of the projects that were established by the late Patrick Okabe, the Serere County Member of Parliament, who is now the late. The locals expressed their request at the ongoing burial ceremony of the fallen legislator for Serere County, Patrick Okabe, in Serere District. The locals also urged government to intervene and curb the rampant accidents on Ugandan roads that have claimed many lives. Details in this report.
We are going to miss our MP greatly because he was been supporting us in a very high way, like for us business people also. He was supporting us. Then in villages, he was giving saving groups, at least 1 million per village saving groups, and he was still promising us with more developments.
Baka byakoze wano bingi nnyo, aina projects nyingi nnyo, abaana babyalaali abateseko mu course. N'abagulira ebisolo nabo nibibeerawo. Omubaka tumumisinze nnyo.
Musajja akoze bingi, yatuleetera eddi eyo, abantu abayambe buli kimu, abawa ssente okwemirizaawo, akoze purojekiti nyingi nnyo. Abadde omusajja mukozi bulungi nnyo wano ku Serere wano.
There are a lot of developments so far Honorable Okabe had initiated. So many of them. There was a Okabe Foundation project, and Okabe had the youth projects. Okabe had the trainings of the youth and the elderly.
Honorable has been able to support each village savings group with the training, and I was the head of the training. We trained them on mindset change, we trained them on how to manage their groups, we trained them on how to manage the savings scheme and other aspects. Now, out of the 160 savings groups, Honorable so far has supported 85 groups with the 1 million shillings per group and a savings box that was costing 100,000 plus 100 savings passbooks. That costed him 80,000. So we are still remaining with the gap of completing the remaining 75 groups. My call to the government, the program that Honorable Kabe started was a good program that promoted the image of government from the common person.
It's laxity in the implementation of the bylaws or laws which govern traffic. Even the police have to do a lot in terms of controlling traffic. But also, we maybe have to reinstate the other machines which would detect alcoholism, because there are so many drivers who do drive when they are drunk.
First of all, I need to urge the government at least to have a separation of these roads, whereby one road will be for those bigger trucks, then another one will be for the smaller trucks. And that's the problem that we have also realized in our country.
What I think the government should do on the roads, first of all, to put the humps. Then secondly, I blame drivers so much. It is the drivers who cause these accidents, not even almost the roads, because the drivers drive recklessly. So what they should do, the government should do, maybe should see how to control maybe 2 drivers, because maybe that one slept off, I don't know what happened with him. So that when one is tired, another one goes, like those big trucks.
Furthermore, the Minister for Information, Communication, Technology and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomonsi, has called for peace, harmony and love among Ugandans as they celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ and ushering in the new year. Dr. Baryomonsi has been delivering his end-of-year message.
This year, 2022.
The Minister for Information, Communication, Technology and National Guidance, Dr. Chris Baryomonsi, has wished and congratulated Ugandans for making it to this festive season.
I continue to wish Ugandans and all residents in Uganda a Merry Christmas, and the Ministry of ICT and National Guidance wishes all Ugandans a successful and a Merry Christmas.
The minister appealed to Ugandans to celebrate cautiously.
This is also a period for celebrations, and there will be a lot of festivities, but we would want to guide that all of us should celebrate responsibly and celebrate cautiously. For those who take alcohol, you take, but sparingly, because sometimes we take too much and then we end up engaging in crimes.
This is contained in his end-of-year message to Ugandans. He also wishes motorists and passengers safe journey masses as they travel home.
Avoid overspeeding, avoid overcrowding and overloading the passenger vehicles, and also do not drink and drive, and also do not be communicating on the phone as you are driving. Let's all strive to remain safe in this Christmas season so that we can reach the new year when we are alive.
For parents and guardians, Mr. Wadulo reminds them about the pending responsibilities ahead of them in the coming year 2022.
That in the new year, in January and early February, our children will be going back to school. So let's not exhaust all our savings. Let's enjoy ourselves, let's celebrate, but also save for early next year when our children will require school fees and other expenses which we have to incur as our children go back to school.
Robert Onyango, UBC News.
And now taking you to the Horn of Africa, the Uganda People's Defense Forces have deployed a new battle group to serve under the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia. Uganda Battle Group 37 replaces Battle Group 34, which has completed its one-year tenure for duty in Somalia. A command handover ceremony was held on Saturday at the ATMIS Uganda Contingent Headquarters in Mogadishu, presided over by the ATMIS Acting Force Commander, Brigadier General Peter Omola. During the ceremony, officers of the outgoing battalion were also awarded African Union medals in recognition for their participation in the AU peace support operations in Somalia. The new battalion, under the command of Colonel Charles Asimwe, will secure areas in Lower Shabelle with its headquarters in Sil Jale town.
The current ATMIS concept of operations require that you're mobile and agile. You're a tested commander, you're up to the task, you know what you're supposed to do.
And the challenges that you have highlighted, it's good, are known to the
at 5 p.m. That is, following shall be requested to join. Those are the battle headquarters, and some selected.
Well, I do beg your pardon, Somalia is definitely not the Horn of Africa, because Ethiopia is. To move on, the former head of public service and secretary to cabinet, John Mitala, has died. Mitala died Friday, 23rd December at Masaka Regional Referral Hospital, where he had been rushed. The late Mitala is now set to be laid to rest on Tuesday, 27th December 2022 in Kalungu district.
The man who has served this country for over 50 years.
The former head of public service and secretary to cabinet, John Mitala, is dead. The permanent secretary, officer of the president, Alhaji Yunus Kakande, confirmed the death that occurred in Masaka Friday evening.
Immediately he collapsed and died He collapsed in Masaka at his home. Then they took him to Masaka Hospital. That was around 2:30.
Kakande says the late head of civil service, John Mitala, has been battling some illnesses for some time.
The first time I saw him getting sick was last year when he got COVID. That's the first time. I've been working with him, I have told you, for over 20 years. But the first time he got sick was last year when he got COVID. And then the next one was this one in October when he collapsed and they took him to hospital.
Alhaji Kakande has been one of his closest friends.
I was a mid office. I was, I think, a principal assistant secretary. And later on, I became under secretary under him still. And later on, I became a permanent secretary still under him. Again, he was brought back to me here as a senior presidential advisor. And I met him in 1990.
Dr. John Mitala was one of the longest serving head of public service and secretary to cabinet in Uganda's history.
Advice he has been giving, not only as the head of public service, but to the political leadership in this country. So I think we have lost a genius man who has died, I think, at the age of 74.
The late Mitala will be laid to rest on Tuesday, 27th December 2022 at his home in Kalungu, Masaka district.
We want to start this burial arrangements. We have the burial preparations, prayers. Very fast, we think that by 10, prayers should commence, so that maybe by midday, the prayers are over, and then the rest of the speeches start. And we think that we can bury him at 4 on that.
According to Alhaji Kakande, government will accord a befitting send-off to the late statesman, John Mitala.
Government has been responsible for all his medical bills since he became sick. For 3 months, he has been in hospital. For the last 3 months, just going home one, and after 3 days he goes back. Because the main problem was the breathing. So, all those bills, government has incurred them. And now, the burial, we have taken over the burial. We have given the service providers, that's Uganda Funeral Services. Right from now, they are managing up to Tuesday. We are feeding people, the mourners who are there. And we have done all the necessary requirements for making programs, everything, cascade, grave making, all that government has done.
Robert Nyango, UBC News.
May his soul rest in eternal peace. And now, on a lighter note, most families eat meat on Christmas days, and so abattoirs have been busier as the D-Day draws near. Though the number of customers is not as impressive as the previous festival days due to economic turndown, still a sizable number has been able to access slaughterhouses to buy themselves some meat. At Kampala City Abattoir and Kalere, despite having no increase in beef prices, the number of buyers remained low. Let's have a look.
The early morning downpour did not in any way deter city residents from accessing known abattoirs to buy meat for Christmas Day celebrations. Every 24th December is known for livestock slaughter, with customers turning up in numbers to buy meat, though it has not been the way it used to be the previous Christmas days.
The turnout of people have tried to come and purchase meat here. Remember, here majorly we are wholesalers, so they started during the night from 2 up to now, and we are expecting more.
The spokesperson of City Abattoir, Edward Mwesije, says over 1,000 cows have been slaughtered, but buyers remain low, though beef prices have not been increased.
We do sell here meat given in the category. Category 1, we've been selling it at 12,000. Number 2, 11,000. Number 3, 10,000. Then the third category, which we call medium meat, at 9,000 respectively.
At Kalere Slaughterhouse Abattoir, the situation does not look different from that of City Abattoir, with customer turn-up reportedly low than the previous years.
Turn-up tebadde nnyo amaanyi kyuseemuko katono naye singa we twadde tugisuubira kubanga n'enzija y'ekisolo ebadde ekendedde mu lwa abantu n'ensawo nnafu.
Some butchers argue that rain has also contributed to low turn-up of customers.
Guno gwe mwaka ogusoose mu myaka ebiri egiyise emabega oba esatu kiguwaamukko ku njawulo olw'okuba nti teguliiko bukwakkulizo nti ate emmotoka tezitambula abantu tebakkirizibwa kutambula ekyo kituleetedde naye ng'era speed y'okugula ntono nnyo.
Bbeeyi y'ennyama terinnye nnyo era tutundira ku bbeeyi ebaddewo eya bulijjo olw'okuba abantu tebalina ssente ate nga n'enzijja ntono.
Amnafka Farida and Andrew Sebida.
Christmas where meat meets the jaws. Now, Ugandans have been advised not to spend lavishly this festive season as the situation ahead might demand more funds. The lead pastor at Miracle Center Cathedral, Robert Kayanja, was flagging off a truck of assorted food items and clothes to Karamoja region at an event held at Miracle Center Cathedral, Rubaga.
It is a common doctrine that Christmas Day and the entire festive season are days of merrymaking and interacting with families and friends. However, it's equally taboo if people fail to provide special meals to their families or even reward family members with tokens, gifts and hampers. Those financially stable also use this period to help and support those in need. And it's in this line that Miracle Center Cathedral through Kayanja Ministries and the Bucket Project Initiative have donated a special Christmas package to the Karamajongs.
This day is the day when Jesus was born. As a Christian, it gives us more joy to share our Christmas with other brothers in Karamoja. So we've bought some bulls from there. Each community will receive a bull, and then we will be able to give them something that they will be able to have. We give them rice, we give them our Elijah meal. We have got little toys for cars for the little kids that they will be playing the balloons.
The assorted items include rice, chicken, soda, clothings, beddings, among others. Kayanja recalls that following the donation and the support to Karamoja region by government, his church and other concerned Ugandans found it worth it to treat Karamajongs with a special Christmas package.
Now we ask for people to stand with us to give Karamoja a celebration of Christmas, to know that Jesus came and they don't have to be in the same condition as they are.
Kayanja, however, reminds Ugandans against spending extravagantly during the festive season as if there is no tomorrow.
Why do we spend $40 million or 200 billion shillings and we simply eat it as though there is no tomorrow? Imagine if we save it, how many factories will be built every year? And we do it every Christmas and every Easter. So which means that's $80 million US. If you have $80 million US and you save it, that's why we are telling people you don't have to eat as though you are dying tomorrow. Please save your money. Here at the Miracle Center Farm.
Miracle Center Cathedral purchased 1,000 cows from the local communities in Karamoja to be slaughtered throughout the festives. Deborah Namamonde, Ivan Juko, UBC News.
Furthermore, the festive season often comes with a lot of excitement. For most people, this is the time they travel up country to meet their family members in tribute of the birth of Jesus Christ and the New Year respectively. However, following the presidential directive to issue COVID-19 certificates, one wonders if the public is actually complying. Let's find out.
The year 2022 has been a year of relief compared to the past 2 years, 2020-2021, where the country went into total lockdown due to COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. However, this year's festive season that spans over Christmas and New Year celebrations is likely to be a mixed grill of sorts, with COVID-19 still on rampage, and yet the public seems ready to celebrate it like never before.
developed nations thought that will not escape the pandemic, but the God of Israel helped us. And if there is a different Christmas, if there is a different crossing of the year, this is one of its own.
Everybody wants to go back to their village where they have not been for a whole year. But you see, you can delay some of these things. We were under restricted movement, the whole country, the whole world, and the world is still here. So there are certain inconveniences we incur on ourselves, inconveniences we accept for the sake of knowing we want to make sure we are safe.
Whereas Ebola is off the ladder after the lifting of the curfew and all travel restrictions in Kasanda, Mubende and other districts, people should not celebrate yet, since the country is not declared Ebola-free by World Health Organization.
We count 2 incubation cycles. The first cycle is if there is no contact of that person, so within 21 days, and then the next 21 days is to come and see if there is no any community transmission going on as you follow up generally in the whole communication. That gives the scientific rationale why we say 21 days, why we say 42 days. We had almost started counting down the 42 days until the clock was reset.
With COVID-19 cases now at 70 patients per week, President Yoweri Museveni recently announced new measures aimed at ensuring the country does not slip into yet another wave.
COVID is now on the rise, and we are seeing new restrictions being kicked in. Professor Omaswa says health is made at home and only repaired in the health facility. It is every person's responsibility to keep healthy. So the spirit in which the SOPs are being given is one, let everybody get the vaccination. We've been vaccinating Ugandans since March last year.
Being vaccinated against virus-related diseases is one of the measures that can stop COVID-19. The National Vaccination Incident Commander, Dr. Daniel Chabayinza, says the country has received over 48 million doses of vaccines aimed at curbing the spread.
So this is a reminder. You cannot associate with those who are responsible for their lives when you are trying not to be responsible yourself, because it's actually irresponsibility. The vaccines are available. They have been put in every health facility. We had massive campaigns, and you have not taken the vaccination, and you want to congregate with those who have taken their lives seriously?
Apostle Michael Chimuli of Christian Discipleship Ministries International, Kololo, in Kampala, urges religious leaders to encourage their congregation to get vaccinated.
I encourage the people that I lead to vaccinate. I told them I have vaccinated. Please, all of you, do vaccinate. And I also try to get a doctor who can tell them about the vaccination and the importance of it.
He also commented on the presidential directive aimed at controlling the spread of COVID-19 and Ebola virus disease.
I have my certificate, I did it, and even the booster, because of course I travel a lot and I really care about my life. When it came to COVID-19, I saw my friends losing their lives of COVID, so I care. But I don't think, because it was optional, so many people they took it light.
I think the greatest things we should start even with the movement of the people. If the people are moving without a test, it will be difficult for us as a leader to say, don't go out, because don't come to church, because a church is a public service for everyone. So when we say that no gathering, that means no movement. First, I think it will start at home.
At the Namayuba bus terminal, operators and travelers have varying ideas about the travel directive.
I think if we started asking for vaccination cards, I guess nobody would travel.
In Namayuba, we try to implement that, and we also managed to put a COVID-19 vaccination center there. In case you're not vaccinated or you have one dose, we have different hospitals there which are doing that free of charge.
Yes, let's now take a short commercial break. When we return, we'll be back with more UBC News Tonight.
It's our mission to secure
secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution, or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone, or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312-206-400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
We are the DPF. We protect your money. Protection Fund of Uganda.
Paying for groceries the old way.
3, 4, 5.
I don't even know what he's doing.
7, 8, 9.
Allow me. Paying for groceries with the My Airtel app. You have the power in your pocket. The power to conveniently pay for goods and services. Unlock that power with the My Airtel app. Visit the App Store or Google Play now.
That's my wife. Yeah, let me just take these coins. Yeah.
It's true what people say, that when I wash and you wash your hands with soap, we'll have less infections as Ugandans. After all, it's hands that handle money. It's hands that feed us. Hands that prepare soil for farming. Hands that we use to learn. And hands that we use for fun.
When I wash and you wash, it means clean hands for all. So, wash your hands with soap and clean water regularly to keep away infections and disease-causing germs. This message is from the National Hand Washing Secretariat with support from UNICEF. Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money, instant, secure, borderless.
The Uganda Small Scale Industries Association USSIA is a business member organization for micro, small and medium industrialists that has been in existence since 1979 with over 10,000 members and 16 regional offices countrywide. USSIA's core purpose is to enhance competitiveness through development, promotion, policy and advocacy for micro, small and medium enterprises. Find us at USSIA Building, Umasho Grounds, Lugogo, or call us on 0414-574-527, 0774-130-454, or 0782-173-086.
Fellow citizens, thank you for diligently and consistently honoring your tax obligations. It is through your collective contribution that the government is able to provide social services. In spite of the simultaneous global crises that have hit our livelihoods and businesses, you have proven that as a people, we can rise up and still mobilize domestic revenues enough to sustain us as a country. As we close in to the end of this financial year, I urge you not to lose the momentum and resilience that you have demonstrated all year through. Please file your returns and remit your taxes in time to avoid unnecessary inconveniences that come with non-compliance. As Uganda Revenue Authority, we are committed to facilitate you in honoring your obligations through a reliable and delightful service. I invite you to use our various e-platforms to remit your tax contributions with ease and on time. We have extended all our working hours at all our border stations, the bonded warehouses, and service centers. Should you need further assistance, please contact us via our toll-free lines and our WhatsApp platforms. Tax is the surest way of liberating our country from the bondage of economic dependence. Let us all play our part, pay our dues, and develop our country. For God and my country.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Over the years, we've dreamed to get onto the world stage. We've had that dream crushed. We've witnessed a total defeat of what could have been our greatest moment. We've felt our spirits go up, only to take a hard fall. We've had our fires burn out and leave only scars. We've seized the wind and had it pulled from our grasp. We've seen pain and we've seen loss of the last fragments of hope. But we are made of resilience, and resilience never stops dreaming. So we will dream even bigger with the Cranes Cup Bowl 2026. Together, let's take Uganda to the next FIFA World Cup.
Together, let's take Uganda to the next FIFA World Cup. For every Nile Special you buy, we will give 50 shillings to the Uganda Cranes 2026 fund. You will also get the chance to choose how the Cranes Cup Bowl contributions are spent. Nile Special, official beer of the FIFA World Cup and official beer partner of the Uganda Cranes.
Alcohol is not for sale to persons under 18. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. Now, in more news, trainers of different choirs in various religions are advised to always pick songs known to the people, even during seasons like Christmas, to help them enjoy the service, get a better view of appreciating God, and getting the feel of the season. The chaplain of choirs at Christ the King Church, Kampala, Father Matthias Nteza, says that songs sung during Christmas carols are the same as those sung in church, but the difference is the carols, it's a concert.
In the Catholic faith, some songs have particular seasons like Advent, Christmas, Lent, Easter, among others.
We always emphasize, or we always tell people to pick songs which are according to the Christmas time, according to the Christmas period. Now, before Christmas, we have this time of Advent. And so the songs we have been singing have been preparing us for the coming of the Savior, preparing us for Christ to come and dwell in our lives. When you hear songs like Munono Zajja, Nkulinda Butakoma, the Savior is coming, so we should always be waiting with joyful hope.
Accordingly, music is a source of love, joy, therapy, which reminds people who they are. Preparing the church songs takes some time. People compose songs that give a better view to appreciate God and evangelize to the people. The criteria for selecting songs to be sung come with the season. However, there are those that overlap into seasons because most of these songs are known and have been sung for some time.
It reminds you of who you are. I'm a Christian, so it reminds me of who I should be. I thank God for being a Christian. Ndimu Christu neba zakatonda eyanganza what. You see, there's an element of joy, there's an element of belief, and there's an element of appreciation. So there's some songs which overlap into the other seasons. Normally, those ones they are general. For example, now offertory songs, sometimes offertory songs, they overlap into seasons. Offertory is offertory, you see. But there's some, most times, with Wanga preparing up for Mass, we have the entrance and the exit. At least the entrance song and the exit song should be according to the liturgical season.
Carols are prepared for concerts, and the readiness to perform depends on the choir and how conversant they are with the songs. But songs to be sung like during Christmas Mass are just picked from the cupboard with few rehearsals.
I want to make a Christmas concert, so I start preparing now, so that by the time it comes to Christmas, I'm not fidgeting, and everything is now set. So it can take it to different choirs, different choristers, it takes different time. So I cannot say that it must be normally taking 3 months or 4 months. To a good choir, it can even take 1 month. That's why I've said, for that, you just go to your cupboard, pick up something, look, where is the song that you're going to sing? Now on Sunday it will be Christmas. So if I am the trainer, I know my choir having 11 or 15 people, I will sing Azom Subize. That one people know. Aze, Aze, Azom Subize. Yo yo bajaja fe baliabeda gwebalanga. This is song known to all people. So I don't have to get a very hard song to give to a choir where I know I have little practice.
There are some incidences where Christians say the Mass was less interesting, and to this, Reverend Father Matthias Nteza attributes to selecting songs not known to people.
You can't put a very hard song on very few people. They will not sing it the best. And yet, you know, Christmas is a day of worship where everyone has to come to church. Almost actually everyone, not everyone. Some people don't pray. But almost everyone must come to church. And so you have to give them even songs which they too can sing. If you put on Joy to the World, everyone will sing. Even if you don't have a choir, just put on Joy to the World, everyone will be able to sing. But if you put on a very hard song, no one will sing it, you see. So it depends on the people who are available, especially for the choir members.
People who sing in church are, however, doing voluntary work because singing comes from the heart. The choir helps the priest in saying Mass, and it's a sacrifice. I'm Navka Farida and Dan Lugemwa in Kampala.
And now the Bishop of Kinkizi Diocese, the Right Reverend Dan Zoreka, has asked the clergy in the diocese to preach peace, unity and development among the believers in Kanungu. This was during an end-of-the-year interfaith service at Kanungu District Playgrounds under the theme Unity for Development.
The Bishop of Kinkizi Diocese, the Right Reverend Dan Zoreka, has asked religious leaders to aim at improving people's well-being. Dan Zoreka was speaking at the end of the year 2022 interfaith prayers at Kanungu District Playgrounds under the theme Unity for Development.
Is this: we must work together. We must do what? Work together. If we want to transform this community in Kanungu as spiritual leaders, we need to hold each other's hand and we work together. Anglicans, Roman Catholics, name it. Let us work forward together. This is the unity we are talking about.
The district chairperson Kanungu, Sam Kajojo, hailed religious leaders for preaching the word of God and ensuring togetherness among Christians.
We've decided to put it in our budget lines to ensure that the next celebrations will consequently be held in the district stadium and open to all the people of Kanungu to come and praise with us.
Some of those that attended the prayers appreciated the unity by the clergy, adding that it would contribute towards the development of the district.
We stand divided, we fall. Eji district ya Kanungu ne yanyu abantu ba Kanungu. Kiri halimwe kugishenya hansi. Samo gwe myaka 5 yaho yaenda tarabigarukamu. Konkiwo komuntu wa Kanungu, what is your contribution to the well-being of this district?
All the religious leaders will be demanding for this accountability because the people they are leading, either they will be uplifted out of poverty or they will probably be still the same. And I am very, very much behind this initiative. That's why I had to travel all the way from Kampala to come and be part of this history.
The Bishop of Bunyoro Chitara Diocese, the Right Reverend Samuel Kahuma, has asked Christians to turn away from sin as they prepare to celebrate Christmas. This was during a media briefing at the diocese headquarters, Duhaga, Hoima City.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
The Bishop of Bunyoro Chitara Diocese, the Right Reverend Samuel Kahuma, has asked Christians to celebrate this year's Christmas in a unique way. Kahuma says some people have failed to do what they are supposed to do, an act that has made others around them to suffer.
Peace has been lacking and continue to lack
beginning right from our own inner selves, from our families, and the communities in which we live, among the people with whom we live. That is why you see murders, crimes being committed, hatred, and all sorts of evil things.
The Bishop of Hoima Catholic Diocese, the Right Reverend Vincent Chirabo, has urged parents to instill discipline in their children. This was during a media meeting at the Bishop's house in Bujumbura, Hoima City. Bishop Chirabo decried the rising levels of poverty and asked the public to follow government and church programs aimed at uplifting them socially.
We are very, very happy to see that government has also now has started a bigger program that is open to everybody. And I've been encouraging our people to participate in these government programs of development so that they benefit, they are helped to come out of poverty. So church and the government working together, because we are serving the same people.
He implored Christians to be peaceful during the festive season.
I exhort you to prepare yourselves well. Be peaceful in your celebrations on Christmas Day. And remember that you have also a responsibility of beginning a new year with its needs.
Christmas is an annual festival observed on December 25th as a religious and cultural celebration among Christians in memory of the birth of Jesus Christ. Jethro Kasaiji, UBC News.
It's super fast internet. Oh, it's a super camera. It's a super battery.
Fun battery full.
Yeah, it's a super deal. Get the Kabode Super from MTN now at a reduced initial deposit of only 49,000 shillings and pay the balance in Pola for as low as 833 shillings per day. Grab this Super Kabode deal this Christmas and get 2 GB of free MTN data every month for 8 months. Get the Kabode Super now from any MTN shop countrywide. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Regulated by UCC.
I remember the lockdown, when the streets were empty and our lives disrupted, when businesses closed and our livelihoods hung in the balance. Hospitals were full. We lost loved ones, jobs, and hope. Our children couldn't study anymore. We cannot let this happen again. We should not go back. Get fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and join the millions of Ugandans who are already vaccinated.
The festive season is here and it's Christmas in 4G from Airtel. Get the most affordable 4G smartphone in Uganda, now heavily discounted from 250,000 shillings to 150,000 shillings only. Yes! 150,000 shillings only to keep you connected to your loved ones this holiday season.
Dial *175*94# to activate free 1 GB instantly and 100% double data on all weekly and monthly bundles for 3 months. Get one today while stock lasts from the nearest Airtel shop. Happy holidays this festive season with Airtel, the smartphone network.
Welcome back. It's still the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. We now take you into the world of business. Tanzania's Central Corridor has set an agenda of growing cargo traffic and trade with Uganda. So far, 2022 has been an active and resourceful year for the Central Corridor, as Dennis Sigoa reports.
In the middle of 2022, the Central Corridor
Transit Trade Facilitation Agency witnessed a change of guard from Captain Dieudonné Dukundane of Burundi, who handed over the mantle of leadership of the 5-member country organization to Advocate Florio Kanji Okonge from the Democratic Republic of Congo.
I would wish everyone to give him full support. I would once again wish to call all development partners to continue supporting Central Corridor under his leadership.
Okanju visited all member countries, among them Uganda, and assured stakeholders of more support, improved services and infrastructural development in his tenure. Top on his agenda, and he made it categorically clear in various engagements with top government officials and business community from Uganda, is attracting more cargo traffic on the Central Corridor's cost-friendly and safe multimodal transport system.
So this is the big opportunity for us, Honorable Minister, to renew our commitment to you as our boss, that we will serve the Central Corridor agenda. And for us there is no difference to make. So we need Uganda cargo.
If we can have alternate and even complementary routes, I think it will help in movement of cargo. And it also gives the traders a choice. You want to come through the Central Corridor, so be it. If you want to come through the Northern Corridor, so be it. So promoting the Central Corridor was long overdue in terms of ensuring that we have smooth flow of cargo.
To boost the business relationship with Uganda, CCTTFA supported Uganda Railways Corporation with funds to rehabilitate 20 flatbed wagons. After the milestone event in Kampala, Fred Byamukama, the State Minister for Works and Transport, led a delegation of government officials and other key stakeholders to Tanzania for a familiarization tour. The standard gauge railway project, the Port of Dar es Salaam and the Lake Victoria Port of Mwanza were on the travel itinerary.
We need to move on, and we have come. These people, they see what we are doing in SGR, what we are doing via the water transport, what you are doing in DRC.
In Uganda we are doing very well, but it's not enough. I think we have got around 100 and something thousand tons. I guess so. Yeah, 240. It's not enough. It's not enough. We can do better.
To crown an otherwise successful year, the Central Corridor graduated its first batch of 10 students who completed their training as Officers of Navigation Watch and Engineering Watch Class 3 on November 28, 2022 in Dar es Salaam. According to the Secretariat and Board of Directors, the organization is committed to keep implementing the Central Corridor agenda in order to make it more competitive and sustainable trade route of choice. Dennis Igoa for UBC News.
The Kanungu youth who participated in the construction of a 75.8 kilometers long road, which is Rukunjiri Ishasha Kanungu Road, under the China Henan Company, were appreciated for their efforts rendered to the project. Let's have a look at the details.
China Henan Company has appreciated youths in Kanungu for participating in public roads construction. This is after they participated in the construction of a 75.8 kilometer long Rukunjiri Ishaka Kanungu Road.
Already I am very happy because that is my first time to get this gift from Chico in my life.
The youth criticized some of their fellows who despise hands-on jobs, only preferring white-collar jobs which have allegedly affected their development.
Get up, look for work, even if it is a little money, after some time it can add up and finally you do something for your life. So I encourage all people to not despise any work, even if it's not paying as much as they would want.
These companies, when you go to companies, you gain more experiences. Even if you are not educated, when you go to companies, you can gain some skills.
These youths also thank China Henan Company for giving them jobs and appreciating their services. The Human Resource Officer Chico hailed those who appreciated the project and the good cooperation between them and their managers.
The project manager came up with this idea
of rewarding best performing workers. It will even give morale to other workers.
The way they handle workers is impressive. They handle workers in a good way.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial *185# and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
And now, in the world of sports, Golola Moses is set for yet another non-title fight on Boxing Day against kickboxer General Fungu. At the weigh-in ceremony at Akamwesi Mall in Chewando, Golola reassured of knocking out his opponent the second round. Proceeds from the fight will be channeled to the construction of the Golola Talent Academy should he win.
I'm more ready, I'm more steady because I've been climbing, hiking the mountain. I'm ready. I've got enough stamina, and I think I've trained even better than when I fought Semata, Umaru Semata. This time I've really gone so much, I've really gone so strong. So I'm ready to take this guy, and I don't think that this guy will even reach in the third round. No.
Kati katwenyige amabati tulabe bati kyerisingo kaluba banaye ntuso obubaka eriya omuwagizi wa Golola yenna mujja mubeerewo ababadde bagamba mbawulira ku social media banaye bagenda kakuba kituufu bagenda kakuba naye kagumu Golola oyinza okunuuka emikono ng'okakubyeko.
So he was a sparring partner, he was a stepping stone. That means he's still a stepping stone. He's still a stepping stone. So and I want to tell him that I've worked with so many different fighters in sparring partners. I even have some hardy fighters whom I say, oh, if I get a chance to have the fight this guy might be so much, it might be so difficult. So this guy, among all the sparring partners I've been having, is weak. I have been having sparring partners whereby you even get scared of getting them in sparring unless you get so much fit. So to Amusa Fungu, I look at this as an opportunity where I'm going to show my skills, where I'm going to show the real kickboxing.
Yes, anticipating for that March 26th of December. Otherwise, that makes it for our news tonight. Join us later on at 10 p.m. for another bulletin. My name is Wadulo Arnold Wadulo on Sign Language. Up next is the weekly business roundup.